that last game? What you did in the place?
Yeah.
Go out there game and go out star, man.
No, I was surprised by that. You bet
Yeah.
you bet it
What
nice.
you do?
I was gonna bet 5. You got better. That was a nice finish.
Okay. Yeah, alright. Samp Army,
Right, maar als je kunt stoppen, lijkt me niet. Maar I'm trying.
Big Kamal Lebrock.
Kamal?
Kamal Lebrock, yeah. Titans.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, this is the conference. You know already. Yeah, he's in already. The rock. Well, the map.
I know this pitch. I spray it just to keep it together. That's how he's not a curator. He's gonna, he has a big name. This is a tough pitch. That is just check the rest of the pitch.
Where you still saying?
Sheraton. Nice. I smell good.
Sheraton. That's a nice one.
I know.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Tested 1, 2, 3. Well, good morning and welcome to the action on day 2 of this 2022 edition of the US Open. And this morning we have a top battle against two very good teams, Samp Army, and they're coming up against Titans. Samp Army just out of Abu Dhabi, and they played in the T10. Congratulations to them, they finished third, and they're here today coming up against the Titans. So we're here at the toss, and I think Jacob Ospina has the coin, and the Levrock is waiting to call.
Let's see the call. Tails it is.
So, Obas, you won the toss. What are you going to do?
We're going to bowl first.
And I know that you had some concerns this morning, but I think it will now work in your favor, you think?
Yeah, I think it's a good toss to win, so we'll see how it goes.
Some of the guys on your team were in Abu Dhabi, in that Abu Dhabi T10. I'm sure you're hoping that they can bring that sort of form, that sort of experience. What did that experience do for you?
Yeah, we've got Johnson, Charles, Andries Gous, and then myself that played in Abu Dhabi T10. So it was a really good experience. I think Johnson showed his class again, and Andries got the game in the lock and did really well. So hopefully they can carry that momentum forward into this tournament.
And you played here last year. You did very well with the US All-Stars. You all reached the finals, just lift the title. I'm sure you're looking to take one step further with Samp Army.
Yeah, for sure. I think if you just stick to the processes, take it game by game, and then if you can have some informed batters, I think that's the key. If you can take that into the playoffs, then that gives you a good chance of winning the tournament.
We want to thank you for being with us. We want to wish you all the best today.
Thanks a lot.
We've heard it there from Jacob Ospina, the captain of the Samp Army, and we have Kamal Levrock with us. Tough call.
Yeah, it's an important toss to win, but we have to deal with the conditions as they come.
What's some of the top men in your setup we can look forward to?
Everyone's a key player, but we have Ollie Woodhairs. He's Scotland international opening batter, very good. We have a lot of off spinners and some decent T20 players that have played in the CPL.
We look forward to some great action from your team.
Thank you very much.
So you've heard it there from both captains. Samp Army winning the toss. They've decided to bowl first. Well, good morning and welcome to our coverage on day 2 of the US Open 2022. It's Samp Army coming up against Titans. And the first delivery, just beating the batsman as he was looking to pull that somewhere behind square, Ollie Harris. And Camille Rowe starting the action from the northern end. Samp Army winning the toss and deciding to ascend Titans into bat on a pitch that could be described as a bit damp. Hence we had a late start to get things right, but still there's that early morning preparation. Beaten, beautiful delivery, just touching down and moving away from Ollie Harris. So this is a good start by Camille Rowe. Probably is a good time to introduce my fellow commentator, the dashing Amrish. Good morning, Amrish. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good morning, Vinod. How are you doing today?
I'm okay. Did you have a good night?
Absolutely. After watching the 3 games, it was fantastic to be over here. And now we have the action with Titans and the Samp Army today. The Samp Army won the toss and decided to bowl. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it's a good decision to bowl first there by Jacob Ospina. And this is taking the edge, flying away down to third man. And they're going to get one. An attacking field set early on. There's a first slip and a third slip in position, as well as a gully and point just on the offside. He's getting the ball to shape away from the left-handers. And Camo Leverock, the captain of the team, is also at the top. He's also a left-hander. So it's a good decision to send the opposition into bat.
Do you think that the pitch and the condition in the morning played a part of this decision, because there was a little bit of moisture on the surface we had, and half an hour they thinking like the ball could do a little bit, the new ball might give them a little bit of advantage for the bowling team?
Yeah, definitely. That was the thinking when I spoke to Jacobus. He said that it was a good toss to win. The ball not coming onto the bat in the early exchanges. You would well remember what happened yesterday. The ball not coming onto the bat. And in the first game, as one would like, and although Anwar got 87, it was really a terrific knock. On tracks like these, you need to play as late as possible in the early exchanges. Lero. Oh, that's a good delivery. That is what you call a shot in the dark at 10:30 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, and Carmi, he's able to swing the ball. We already saw him one leaving the left-hander and then one right, and now just up there bowling full, trying to extract whatever is there on the offering.
So good start here by Camille Leroux. So looking to get that ball to swing away. Johnson Charles is in a fourth slip position, and Monank Patel, the US captain, is at first slip. It goes between both of them, and that'll go down to the boundary for 4. I don't know why at that point I decided to describe where both were standing.
Absolutely. And right now, do you think that the third man needs to be a little bit more finer with the ball swinging, as it is the batsman just opening the face of the bat and finding that boundary?
Yeah, I thought that the reason he was pushed wide was because the first slip and fourth slip were in place. So it was as if he was there more to cover, hoping that if the ball goes in the direction of the slip region, either Johnson Charles or Monank Patel could cover that, and he can then go wide. I think that was the thinking by Jacobus. End of the first over, it's 7 without loss.
And Titans, they had probably watched the game yesterday, 3 games. They know that, in the middle over, it had been a little bit difficult when the spinner. Both teams might have studied that, and we see right now, straight away after the first over, we see Rohan Mustafa coming in as a spinner. This is going to be interesting. Yesterday we did saw that the spinners were able to put some brakes on, and now it's going to be interesting to see whether early on in the morning Rohan can exert that pressure on the Titans. We have 5 in the offside, inside, and the first ball goes across. That is the one which we had seen yesterday. Playing across has not paid any dividend, but Ollie Harris decides the first ball to go across, and his stumps is knocked down. Big blow, Vinod.
Yeah, let's look at what happened there. Mustafa, the right arm off spinner. Oh, yeah. Again, looking to play across the line. He had done the right thing by coming forward, but he needed to play through the offside. And that one, not really turning much, but it skidded on. And with that sheen during the early morning play, the ball always tends to skid on a bit. I think Ollie Harris not having the experience of playing on this track, and that is what had him outdone. So it's 7 for 1, and that's an early breakthrough by Morrisville Samp Army.
And we have seen time and time again, players going across, but as textbook cricket, as you go inside, coaches tell you, play straight, drive, play in the V, drive to the long and longer first few balls. But modern cricket T20, we have to go first ball, and Ollie Harris deciding that just, to get that ball on the leg side didn't work. And right now, Titans are in early trouble. 7 for 1. Kristen Kalicharan walks in. It's going to be a right-hander now facing the off-spinner. And rightly said by Vinod, the early morning, the dew on the pitch will make the ball just slide in. And that's what something they have to watch more than the turn, just the skid.
So it's going to be Kristen Kalicharan from Trinidad and Tobago. Actually played with the RDU, which is part of the Samp Army franchise, in Atlanta recently. So he's no stranger to the Samp Army boys.
Ooh,
good delivery by Mustafa.
Yeah, Ron Mustafa. This time just putting that ball full. It's like a arm ball, or just some in between. He's good in changing the pace of the ball. Sometimes he's just floating up. This time over pitches and beautifully driven by Kalicharan. The ball crosses the boundary line. The terrific first good drive that we have seen from Kristen Kalicharan. The score moves on to 11, and that's what you need. You just need to assess. You need to punish those loose balls. Very few loose balls have been in the offering we have seen, and whenever you get it, you have to romp it. But
that was an excellent shot there by Kalicharan, fresh out of the Dream 11 T10 in Trinidad. Just came in yesterday, and just punching that through the offside. Kristen Kalicharan has a record in Trinidad and Tobago for the highest score by a schoolboy, and that was some years ago. Scored 404.
That's great insight provided by Vinod.
So that caught the attention of the cricketing fraternity. Then he was chosen for the West Indies under-19 team that played at the ICC World Cup. So he has been around. It's the end of over number 2, 11 for 1.
We have seen in the past, the 3 games, the couple of overs, it takes the team couple of overs to just assess the situation, and normally we have seen after the 4th or 5th over where teams were able to accelerate. Let's see if anything changes like that. Early wicket loss of the Titans might just restrict that aggressive plan, might just put them to see whether they can build an innings from here and then see if they can attack the 5th and 6th over. But we have the swing bowler coming in. Had a very good first over, and he's back. Army relocks.
So it's going to be Leverock. There's Michael Finan, and that's pulled away. It rushed onto him. That should reach the boundary. And yeah, that's the second boundary of the morning.
Lerock had been trying to swing the ball and putting the ball full, but this time he just pitches it a little bit short, and the batsman is ready for it. Kamau Liverock just stands and just pulls it in the mid-wicket area for a fantastic 4 for his team.
So Liverock, 10 off 4. Oh, that's a quick one. And a signal wide by the umpire. So Michael Finan just allowing Liverock to know that he's wrong.
That's great ball. We have seen that the first ball, a bouncer with pace and rising so high that it was called a wide. Seems like there is a little bit of life on the pitch, Vinod, today.
That was an effort ball. And groundsman Champy was saying that this is a track that is very firm. We saw it on that occasion. Tugged away.
Groundsman Champy had been doing a great job, and he might be mighty pleased to see that kind of bounce generated from the pitch.
Yeah, well, I saw you having a conversation with him late last night. So I don't know if you're heading into that direction to become a ground curator as well.
Yeah, different pitches, different kinds of ground, different kind of soil, composition. It has an effect. In Australia, you see a lot of bounce, and in India, you see a lot of turn just because of the soil and the conditions we have over there. The groundsman did tell that it seems like a 180 pitch. So let's see what we get today.
Oh, gone! A brilliant catch taken. That one touching down, Liverock pushing at it. It took the edge, and Michael Finan has struck. He has to go, Kamau Liverock, 10 off 5.
Michael Finan, what a ball does he produce early on. He bowled a short ball, then immediately making that adjustment, putting the ball full. And the ball, the new ball, and the condition of the pitch just swinging a little bit outside, takes that edge, and look at that effort from the keeper. Jumping, taking one-handed catch. Terrific field placing and terrific catching by the keeper.
Excellent delivery indeed. I think that Liverock has to be informed to edge that. Even to edge that, you have to be informed. It was such a brilliant delivery. And in an early spotter border here, the Titans, 16 for 2. Their owner, Chitranjan Rathod, who is CCUSA's director of cricket for that area that you come from, which is Arkansas. So this is his team, and I think he might be concerned a bit this morning.
Yeah, I did talk to him this morning, and he was saying that, consolidation, getting the early spell and then building is very important, as he saw. But Michael Finan, what a ball did he produce? Maybe the ball of the morning. Terrific movement and terrific catching by the keeper. That was special. Now Aditya walks in, and both of these batsmen have to build from here on. It's going to be a tough task with Michael Finan on song right now. He would be pumped up.
Cut away. This is more runs here. That should go for 4. That was too short, and of course, moving away, it allowed Aditya to get the room to play through the offside. You're an Indian. You're from Karnataka. How do you pronounce that title?
Oh, I'm from Maharashtra. It's difficult for me as well. I will call it Aditya V. Or Aditya Vardharajan is the right pronunciation. Vardharajan.
Probably when George comes in, he might be able to help us with that.
Yeah, I would say he would be just saying V, A-V.
So it's 20 for 2. This is over number 3.
But Aditya, what a terrific start from him. He was ready for that shot. Normally, you need a sight or everything. Nothing going for Aditya. He was ready. Short ball, and he just punished it.
Making some height. So Finan has had a mixed bag here this over. He has gotten a wicket. He's conceded 10 runs.
Yeah, Michael Finnan and his team might be hoping that he bowls those couple of balls more in his spell that took that outside edge, probably put a slip in there and try to go for it. And this would be interesting to see if he can get the ball come in to the right-hander. That's one of the ball which is very difficult for the right-hander, where it swings from the off stump and comes to the middle. Beautiful day over here. We have 82 degrees max and 69 degrees minimum today. A fantastic day at Broward County Stadium.
A lovely take again there by wicketkeeper Django.
The breeze also is more. Yesterday it was only 5 miles to 10 miles. Today it's going to be a little bit more, 10 to 15 miles.
Slugged away, a huge hit. That's a big one. And that's 6. That's the biggest we've seen on that side. That actually ended up in the stands. And just getting underneath that one and lifting it away. Well, Michael Finnan, this first over goes for 17. You had everything in that over. You had a wicket, you had a bouncer, you got a wide. And what a magnificent shot there. And that just kept going.
Kristen Kalicharan, he looks to have so much time. He played that ball like a spinner. The ball, he swept it and deposited that ball over the rope. Terrific hitting. Looks like a talent, Kristen Kalicharan, and showing his talent in full display. Titans would be very happy with that shot. 28 for 2. They are not buckling down even after the loss of 2 wickets, playing very positive. And I think they have to play positive because once the spinner comes in, it has been difficult. It is the overs of the fast bowler that they need to capitalize. And Titans are doing the same. The current run rate is 9.3. As Rohan Mustafa comes in to bowl, he had a great first over and he would be loved to bowl to the left-hand batsman, Aditya. From yesterday game, I think one of the learnings is, you have to attack early to the fast bowlers when they have a little bit of pace. What do you say, Vinod?
Yeah, I think you can use the early conditions.
And the pace.
This runs here through the offside.
Wow, both of these players look like, settled batsmen. They are playing very, very beautiful. This was a beautiful cover drive. Finds that space between the covers and easy to runs. Aditya, 7 of 4. Looks very composed out there. Looks in charge. Calm and cool, trying to civil the ball both on the offside and on the leg side. This time finds the gap, takes an easy single and rotates it. And that's what they need, strike rotation. It would be interesting what is the game plan of Kristen Kalicharan against Rohan Mustafa. Does he go for it? Does he get tempted? What does Rohan do? He flights the ball or just sets an arm ball? It's going to be really interesting, this battle between Kalicharan and Rohan Mustafa.
So Kalicharan is on 10. 31 for 2 at the moment. This is over number 4.
Making those field adjustments, getting the long on and the mid wicket. Good ball this one, just putting it on the stumps, not giving any air.
Mustafa has been very good. Brings Kali Charan onto the front foot. So it's the end of over number 4. The Titans looking to fight back here through Kristen Kali Charan, who's on 11, and Aditya Vararajan, who is on 8.
32 for in 4 overs for 2. Decent going for the Titans. 1 wicket more that they might think that they have lost, but in terms of run rate, they are motoring along at 8 and over, Vinod.
Yeah, it's a good start in terms of the run rate, but they've lost 2 wickets, and they'll be concerned about that. If these two can just stick around and push the score along easily, set a foundation, that's a wide.
So the left-arm bowler comes in. First ball might have to just adjust that line, trying to go across the right-hander, Kristen Kalicharan. He has a slip over there and a third man. So just trying to go across.
Signal wide. But the intention is clear, looking to angle the ball across the right-hander.
Has a smooth run-up, Carmi Relax. Has a nice smooth run-up. Just needs to get his radar right. Oh, that is exactly where he wanted to put that ball. Makes that adjustment, brings that drive from Kristen Kalicharan and beats him up. That's a good contest over there. There is a little bit of something offering on the pitch, and that's what he needs to extract. To extract that, he needs to pitch the ball up and try to get Kristen Kalicharan driving. He has the slip for it. This time there is a big appeal. Let's see what the umpire signals. He signals it as a leg by. It would be interesting to see the replay on this.
Well, it's difficult to see from that angle. All I can see is probably just pitched outside the leg some, but we can't see as the umpire was in the way.
Yeah, the umpire in the best position right now to make that decision. But I thought that was mighty close.
Beaten. Better delivery. Pushing out at it, not really getting behind it, was Aditya V.
Aditya V. Carmi Relax has been putting some balls. Whenever he pitches the ball up, looks very impressive, Vinod.
Yeah, he is swinging the ball, and he's swinging it late as well, which is always a dangerous thing.
And the captain rightly giving him that slip, attacking still in the 5th over. He knows one more wicket over here is going to be trouble for the Titans. Putting that dot ball pressure in this over. That's what you need. Sometimes it's not about taking wickets all the ball. Sometimes you have to set up the batsman. Put a couple of dot balls, 2-3 dot balls. See if he loses patience, and then bowl that stock ball that you have.
Quick single. And that is what they'll have to do in the absence of boundaries. They'll have to look to rotate the strike quickly, keep things going. Kalicharan is on 11, and Aditya V is on 9.
Nice little spell over here by Carmi Relax. He has been putting that ball up there, very improved over, and he would be hoping to do more damage in this last ball.
Here's Leroy.
Oh!
Slow delivery. Outfoxed Kali there. And it's the end of over number 5. At the end of 5, it's 36 for 2. I'm going to leave you, Amrish, in the company of George. George has promised to give you the proper pronunciation of Aditya's surname.
5 overs have been gone, and Titans would be happy with the 36 on the board, but just one more wicket that we lost. I think we had seen some very quality cricket over here, as I'm joined with my fellow commentator George. George, what do you think of the 5 overs that we saw so far?
Well, good morning, and wow, it is an awesome day for cricket, and I do want to say it is Amish, it is a pleasure being a part of this commentary team, and you know, I've been coming to the stadium for quite a while, and I'm always impressed with the level of cricket. It's a beautiful day for cricket. You know, the level of cricket is just awesome, and you know, the one wish I do have is that there was a lot more fans in the seats.
Yeah.
Just, you know, that was an awesome shot, but, you know, got nothing out of it.
Yeah, sometimes.
So we will continue with the commentary, and we'll do the side part of it later.
Yeah, sometimes it's all about, you know, when you hit that shot, you need that gap. This time goes straight! Oh, Aditya is not very happy. That ball was there for the taking, but went straight in the air and directly in the hand, and a great job by the fielder catching that, and Aditya will be very disappointed with that shot.
Yes, he will. It was an awesome drive, but it was just an awesome drive right into the fielder's hand.
Yeah, and sometimes you need some kind of luck, and sometimes you make luck. You know, sometimes if he had decided to go up and over, that would be something, but he was in two mind, and that resulted in just, you know, the ball going ideally straight in the hands of the fielder, who accepts it gleefully, and Aditya has the long walk right now. He looks settled, George. He was looking good.
Yes, he was. He really was playing some really great shots, but unfortunately, you know, when you get that one ball that you open your eyes at, and you know, he hit it straight at the fielder.
Yeah, and
The fielder gleefully took the opportunity.
Rohan Mustafa, he would be very happy with his spell. He has got 2 wickets so far.
Yes,
And
2 for 8,
yeah.
two wicket. He's bowled 2.1 overs for 8 runs. He's doing a great job.
And those a spinner bowling in the power play, it's difficult. You only have 2 fielders outside, and Rohan is able to restrict the Titans team. It is an excellent job that he's doing right now.
Makes you wonder then why the captain might not be bowling more spinners from both ends.
Yeah, we will soon see that right now. But on the other side, Titan somehow needs to, you know, try to attack him and put off his game plan. Rohan has been trying to put that same, you know, slow balls and putting it off the pitch, and sometimes you have to use your feet and disrupt the bowling plans.
Yes. The new batter is Adrian Alley. And College Ron defending.
Yeah, Adrian Ali, now it's just about taking singles, you know, rotating the strike, giving a little bit strike more to Kali Charan, and he's trying to do the right thing over there, you know, take a little bit of time. That's what we saw yesterday also. The batsmen who were successful who spent a little bit time on the pitch, knowing the pitch, you know, how the pace of the pitch is, and then accelerating from there. You just cannot go on that pitch and start hitting from the first ball.
Oh, they're building the inning again. That's They do have an opportunity, maybe for 1 or 2 overs, to rebuild in. Um, what I was really surprised about, however, is one team they may have been complaining a little bit about maybe the pitch might be slow, but clearly it is not as slow as they may have thought it was.
Yeah, it's all about, the shots that you play and how you attempt it. On the spinners, I have not seen many batsmen using their feet, going close to the ball, taking the ball on the full and, challenging the spinner. That is what we have seen in Asian countries. The team in India, the players from India and Pakistan, they are so good using their feet, going to the pitch of the ball and hitting. And then the spinner has to come up with a different plan.
Yes.
And that's where, but we have not seen a, domination of the batsman against the spinner. And after 6 overs, we have seen 36, and you wanted a spinner, and here it is.
Yes.
Another spinner coming in. It will be interesting how Kalicharan approaches it. This time cuts it hard, Kalicharan, but there is a sweeper over there and restricts it for 1, but Kalicharan would have hoped to just, have a little better connection and a placement, because a 4 was there for the taking.
Yes, it was. And the new bowler is Nisar Patel. And left arm spinner from the southern end.
Nisar Patel looks like he has the arm ball. Sometimes he's bowling a little faster, and that pitch is helping him skidding that ball quickly. That's why Adrian Ali was a little late on that shot. This time shot just takes a single, rotates the strike, and that's what you want. So after the 6 overs, it's all about strike rotation. You can see that the field has spread, and I am a firm believer, if the players are not going for it, why change the field? Keep a little bit more fielders inside. Have 5, 6 fielders in, and see if the batsman is going to go for over the aerial shots and take a little bit of risk.
Yes, keep the field attacking.
Yeah,
keep an attacking field.
Because right now we have seen in the 6 overs, when there were only 2 fielders outside, nobody used their feet, and they were not attacking. So why change it now? At least for 1 over, try it out. But right now they have opted for 5 fielders, and that gives a little bit of space to take the singles. While there is a big appeal, the umpire thinks that it is going down the leg side.
Yeah, he was not interested in that at all. That was definitely down the leg side. Great over from Patel.
Yeah, Patel, when did his over start and when did it finish? He finished that over probably in 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes. And that's the beauty about the spinner. You keep on playing, and you suddenly realize that 4 overs are gone with the small run-up. And suddenly you see that the run rate is at 5.6, which was started at 8 and over. Titans team definitely needs to be all thinking about it, and making sure that they take a little bit of time in between the overs, get a little bit of momentum going in the innings. We have seen time and time again in the middle overs that the teams have faltered, and the run rate, which starts at 8, keeps on dropping down. You have already seen that it has dropped to 5.6.
Yes, 5.6. And so after 7 overs, we're at 39 for 3. And another spinner is from the northern end again. We'll see how this goes.
The Samp Army has done the study of yesterday. They saw that spinners were dominating, and already see 3 spinners selected in their playing 11 so far. We'll see more, and this time beautifully giving himself room. No half measures there by Kristen Kalichern. He has looked the most impressive amongst all, and while he is still there, Titan still has hope.
Yes, that was an awesome shot. Beautifully driven into the covers. And the new spinner is Abram Pinair.
And look at that shot. Majestic. Maybe the shot of the morning. Abraham Piner is bowling, and he's just mixing it up. The other one, he flighted it, wanted to see if there is any turn in the offering. There was none, and Kristen Kalicharan was, was there to make most of it. Abraham now just trying to, instead of just change his line a little bit, instead of giving it outside off stump, now he's attempting to bowl on the stumps, and that's why Kalicharan does not have the room to free up his arms. Oh, this time he rocks back on the back foot and cuts it and goes for a single, takes a single.
The way overs certainly are speeding up.
Yeah. The spinner, he just, that's why Adrian is just taking a little bit time in between the balls, or he does not. And this time he goes for the reverse sweep. Probably he saw the ball bowled outside off stump and wanted to go for the reverse sweep, but does not connect. And just like that, the over is done. Good, nice over, George, by
Yes,
Abraham.
It really was, and pretty good, efficient over. So at the end of 8, it's 44 for 3. I'm wondering if they're planning on stepping it up a little bit. With the opposing team having a player of Johnson Charles' caliber. They certainly need to have a good total on the board to have a good chance of winning this game.
Yeah, well said. I think Johnson Charles, you know what he can do with the bowling and the power he has and the shots he has. An international player, and Titans need that score right now, but it's just the spinners again has come to the party. And Patel now, who has been a very meager, had only gone for 3 runs. This time the sweep shot comes out of his, and Adrian, who is been a little stuck over there. Look, he has scored only 1 so far from 9 balls, and
Yes.
he needs to get a move on.
Has to. In a T20 game, 1 from 9 is not considered efficient at all. Because for one thing, you are putting a lot of pressure on the other, on your batter, your
Partner.
co-batter.
Yeah.
So you have to do your part.
Yeah, George is exactly right. I mean, it puts Kalicharan, who is batting decently, he will feel that he has to go at the next level, putting the next gear. And Adrian, he will have to now, after watching the 10 balls, he has to find some momentum in his game.
Even if he has to just rotate the strike.
Yeah. Oh, this ball goes on the back foot, Adrian Ali. We have seen that he has to go forward, but Nisarg Patel was able to push him a little bit back. Very fortunate that it didn't hit his leg. This time cuts it. But there is a sweeper cover over there and just gets a single. In comes the throw right on top. And Samp Army seems like they have got this game under control, and it is the Titans who have to be adventurous.
Yes.
They will have to abrupt that flow, because or else Samp Army will keep on bowling balls after balls in the same manner. And soon they will find that Titans will find that they are not even having a challenging score on the board.
Wow, Patel certainly is bowling pretty fast, isn't he? It seems as if over starts, you look up and the over is done.
Yeah, and look at he finished that over again for 4 runs, just 2 overs, 8 runs. Patel and Abraham and all the spinners, they are doing a great job for captain and his team.
Yes, 9 overs, 49 runs, 3 wickets.
This was an arm ball, just coming with the arm straight. And the good thing about them is bowling on the wickets, you don't need to allow to give any room to the batsman, and Abraham is doing exactly that, bowling right within the stumps. If you don't have any turn, that's what you need to do.
Yes, you have to take the game. You have to put a different approach to the game. You can't let the bowlers dictate everything about the game. As a batter, you must do something different.
This time he cuts it, but still there is a sweeper cover and gets a single. He's rotating the stride, Adrian Ali, but soon he will have to find boundaries for his team. The scorecard is motoring around 5.4, and Titans would be hoping that they get a little bit more. This time Kalicharan finds the fielder, cannot pierce that, and ends up as a dot ball. Oh, an arm ball. That's what is the beauty about Abraham. Seems like a tall bowler, and sometimes he tries to give a little bit fight, but then he uses his strong shoulder and puts that fast ball, which becomes difficult for the...
Wow.
Whoa, the overs are motoring around. Look at Abraham. He finished that over as well. And for nothing, only for 2. This is going to, maybe the captain and the team management have to send a little bit of message down there.
Yes, a new message absolutely needs to go down. Need to make some changes. At 51 for 3 from 10 overs, the usual T20 play is at least they'll double their score. However, maybe double with 10 plus. But will that be good enough?
Yeah, looks like now in the 10, if we take a look, ideally Titans with 3 down would like to get an 80. And this time it goes straight. Goes on the back foot, Adrian. This time a little bit. They had decided in the break after 10 overs to take the spinners on. He gets a ball. It was short. He rocks on the back foot, but cannot find the gap and goes straight to the deep mid-wicket fielder. And he makes no mistake. And we have seen not only are they behind the run rate, George, but they have lost another wicket. 4 gone. What do you think about this?
They certainly had to take a different approach. At 10 overs, 51 for 3, they weren't rotating the strike. They had to do something.
Yep.
And whether it was going after the bowler or making a different approach as to rotating the strike, I would have thought maybe rotating the strike might be a better approach as opposed to trying to hit 6s and 4s. So let's see what the new batter will do. This is Navin Stewart. Let's see what his approach will be. If he's not a big hitter, then at least let's hope he's gonna try to rotate the strike with Kristen.
Yeah, I think the game plan needs to be revolving around Kristen Kalicharan. He has placed 27 balls. He is in. So probably giving him the strike. And, the last, Adrian, he was struggling. He had, 14 balls. He had not scored. And when he shot that short ball, his eye lit up. But it's still about finding the gaps.
Yes.
And he couldn't. Well, Naveen starts good. He starts, rotates the strike, gets off the strike, and that would be good for the Titans. But from here on, they need to target 80 runs. I think 80 runs is what they need out of 60. That will keep them at 130. Might not be a great score, but still something to bowl.
Yes, give the bowlers something to defend.
Meanwhile, Nisarg Patel, he would be very happy with his spell. He has got, 1 wicket, bowled 2.2 and has only 9 runs. Very mean.
Yes, very economical.
Very economical spell. And just keeping, he has those 2 fielders over there, backward point, deep point, and just putting between the stumps, letting the ball do a little bit. When the batters are not using their leg, it becomes very difficult.
See, they're definitely not using their feet at all.
They have to dance down the ground and take the bowler on. And you can see there is cover. There is not a deep cover. There is that's the location they can access.
Right, a lot of space on the onside.
Yeah. Even like going down the ground, and even if you don't want to, if you're not to the pitch of the ball, drive it straight and take that single. But probably not very confident using their feet. The ball is not turning, George. So that is a good option to go down the ground.
I agree. I completely agree that if they're waiting for, to make a concerted effort at hitting boundaries in the last 5 overs, I can't see that as a great plan at all.
You still have to use the middle overs, and it's like it is like we have seen a test match approach a little bit over here. Or probably it is a great bowling from the spinners. And when you get a full toss, when you are in that frame of mind, it becomes so difficult. You get bogged down. Naveen is though starting fresh, but still you have to be ready for those full tosses.
Yes, you have to be ready for whatever the bowler gives to you.
This time he plays it in the long off area, gets a single, goes off strike and brings Kristen Kalicharan, who has been there for a while. 31 balls, he has scored 22, and the run rate keeps on ticking down. 4.7 right now. The field is absolutely set as well, beautifully. A little bit short, drove it, but there is a deep cover.
And I also noticed they're definitely not putting any pressure on the fielders. They're running slow. If they attempt to run pretty fast, as if they want to get at least a double, that might speed the fielders up a little bit and trying to make a mistake. But they're just hitting the ball and just ambling through for a single.
And you can see that the fielders are also at the edge of the circle. So why not tap the ball right in between somewhere and then be ready for the run? That is also missing. That's what great players like Virat Kohli and everything do. They have a plan of tapping and running. And this time takes that aerial route and it's going like a trace of a bullet. Terrific hit by Kristen Kalicharan, makes a little bit of room. There was a little bit of flight on the offering and he takes full toll of it.
That was a trace of bullet to the boundary. That was hit so hard. That fielder had to be running at the speed of light just to catch up with that ball.
But the ball was traveling like a flash as well.
Yes,
and flash always wins.
Yes, it was. and they need a lot more of those. They have to be aggressive because at 12 overs and 59 for 4, they're going to need a lot more of those.
And we hope that 4 just turns the momentum, gives them a little bit of momentum. They think that they can attack it. But defense, even if you do defense, it's about poking. You know, when you do defense in T20, it's about poking. Just do defense on the leg side. Look at the gap.
Huge gap on the leg side, and the batters are making no attempt to do any of that.
Oh, this time he gets the ball, you know, on the leg side, sweeps it, but finds straight to the fielder, and there another dot. The time is ticking for the Titans, and they need to now have a game plan of how to disrupt the spinners.
You have this one feeler at fine leg, and he finds that one feeler. What he probably could try to do is not hit it as hard. You know, use soft hands.
Yeah, things not working for the Titans. They had a game plan of rotation, but it's just and the spinners have put a spell of web across them. They cannot get out of it. Spin dominating the proceedings right now. Ball after ball. A dot ball is created, and soon we might see some message coming from the dugout. Gets a single this time. Naveen Stewart, he doesn't look in any rush right now. 9 balls,
4 runs.
and for 4 runs, and keeping Kali Charan away from the strike, which the Titans do not want. Ideally, now if they want to bet all on Kali Charan to have him play, you know, the 30 balls, 40 balls remaining of this inning, because he looks in a great shape. This time he goes for the cover, but terrific work done by the fielder, who moves very fast, cuts it across and keeps it for the single. The good thing about it is Kali Charan will have the strike for the next over.
And he's the only batter that's being aggressive.
Yes.
You know, when he gets any opportunity to face his ball, he will try to be as aggressive as he can. Try to do something.
Yeah, some plans right now. 7 overs. That's 42 balls are remaining for the Titans to make the most of it. And big responsibility on Kristen Kalicharan. This is the first game, and you know, it requires a little bit. Once you play your first game, it is about getting quickly adapt. You know, the players who can adapt quickly on that surface scores the run. It's difficult. It's not an easy, but these are all very classy players over there to be able to adopt quickly.
And they do have the confidence to play, you know, just about anywhere, on any ground, in any condition. So that's one of the great advantages that they do have as professional players.
And this was a 2 over there. Carrot is coming as spinner. You know, Kali Charan, he pulled that ball on the leg side. It went in the gap, and ideally, you know, the non-striker would have run fast and then call for the second, because it was there was still the throw to be made from the boundary, but only single taken, and you know, it just does not speak about the urgency that is needed.
Yes,
that is the need of the hour. Urgency. Singles will not do the job right now. The partnership is 12 so far, and Kalichan gets the strike back, and this would be interesting. Would he put some pressure on the new bowler? Nicely drives in, uses his footwork, stretches on his front foot, and drives it just beside the bowler. Naveen Stewart has to be a little aggressive in his approach. This time, he goes up mighty high, and he clears it. That's what he was waiting for, a ball which is pitched up in his arc, And Naveen Stewart, when he got that ball, just deposited it over the long off-fielder who watches the ball sailing on his head. That's what we need, George.
Yes, we do. We need a few more of those to make this game an interesting game. That was an awesome 6.
And this time, because he had put it that full ball, the bowler makes that adjustment, bowls the shorter one, and could have pulled it on the leg side, but goes in the same direction, still gets a single, and now gets Kalicharan. This has been the best over so far after a long period of time. Just that one shot helps in that over, and now they have put pressure on Garrett, who goes for 11. This has been, for after a long period of time, the best over that they could find.
Yes, that was an interesting over. Finally, an over in which it wasn't a 2 or 3. It actually was 12-11 from that over. So after 14 overs, 72 for 4.
Yeah, so Samp Army will have to think about the options they have, which they have plenty. You know, they have the army of spinners. Why don't we call them the Samp Army of spinners? Yeah,
yes,
because
they are. Yes, they are.
They are ruling. The spinners have been able to put tremendous pressure, but now it seems like Stewart wants to take them on, and Kalicharan, he needs to bat normal. Remember, George, they have just lost, 4 wickets as well. So Kalicharan needs to bat through. Oh, Abraham, he just bowls that arm ball, comes faster, and just misses that outside edge. That's what we want. You want to just nudge the ball somewhere in the gap. There is gap in plenty, and then take that easy single.
Yes, and there are so many of them that are available to both these batsmen. So many easy singles.
I am thinking that Naveen Stewart would be eyeing that straight area, just like he did. Oh, he hits it mighty this time on the back foot and deposits it. That is big. This is out of the ground. What a hit by Naveen Stewart. He was buying a little bit of time, getting his eye in, and when the ball was bowled short by Ibrahim, he just rocks on the back foot and looks like a very strong hitter.
Yes, he is. I guess he is their their big guy for hitting sixes.
Look at the fielder. He is still trying to find the ball outside the field, or there may be one of the biggest sixes we have seen so far.
He hit that way over the scoreboard.
That's what the Titans would need. Every over a hit to the fence will definitely get all the players excited and energized to go after the Samp Army bowling. They need to post a good score. Remember, they have Johnson, Charles, and very good batsman. This time cuts it. Can he find the gap? There is a misfield. Can they run for a 2? Yes, they do. Still, they need to take that first run a little bit faster, John.
Yes, which we've been discussing over and over. Put some pressure on the fielders.
When you are batting so good, you want to have that strike, and it is the onus is on you to take that first single faster so you can punish. Oh, this time oh,
wow, how could they not at least try for a single on that one?
It seems like Stewart has made up his mind that he is the man who's going to go after Ibrahim. He thinks that he has got the measure of Ibrahim, and he says, no, I'm going to keep the strike. I'll go after. This time he tries to go, but gets an outside edge, and the wicket falls just when Titans didn't need, when they were trying to find some momentum, when Naveen Stewart had hit 2 huge sixes. when he was going to go after the spinners, the wicket falls. Climax.
Did you notice, though, he didn't move his feet?
Absolutely.
He just swung his bat.
George is exactly right. He didn't move towards the ball and just wanted to play from the crease.
Yeah.
And if he had just moved towards the ball, he could have, got a better connection. Now, Brahmam Chundri comes in. And it's going to be interesting to see what kind of firepower the Titans have. There was excitement created by Naveen Stewart with his 2 huge sixes. Finally, we thought that this game is motoring along, getting some momentum. "81 for 5. Last 2 overs have been good for the Titans. But they would have wanted a little bit more from the last 2 pairs. So what do Titans do from here on, George? Kalicharan, remember there are 30 more balls. If Kalicharan plays 20 of those, 25 of those, 20 of those at least, that would be something that they would be hoping for.
Yes, they would, because if he faces 20 of those balls, he could get at least 30 runs. At least he should be able to get at least 30 runs from those 20 balls, at least.
Look at that. I mean, that would have been a 2 as well. If the non-striker was almost ready to take the 2, but Kalicharan didn't seem to be interested.
I'm still a little bit surprised about the run in between the wicket. They're just ambling through.
At this point of time, Kalicharan needs to take most of the strike. Take those 2. And this, beautiful shot.
See, they're ambling through for everything. No running with vigor or it's just as if, nope, we'll just take a single no matter where we hit it.
And these are young batters from the Titans, so more is expected from them. This time beautifully drives it, but straight to the fielder, nicely fielded. In comes the throw, a single. This over though, they look positive, they look like driving, but still I'm not seeing anybody using their feet to the spinner. Pulls the length back. And I think the time is running away from the Titans. There is not much time for defense out there. This time pulls, gets it on the midway. The chase was on from the fielder and didn't carry to the field, but does a great job.
That was an awesome stop, awesome try. Really good try from the fielder to run in, make a great attempt at the catch.
And didn't let the ball bounce over him. And this time they find a gap. Can they go for the second? Kalicharan is a little bit slow. In comes the throw. Somehow makes it. This, at least we see a 2 that we were asking for,
Yes.
George. Finally a 2 is there. Breaks that momentum from the singles.
Yes. GN decided that he was through with the ambling. He was going to make a concerted effort at running between the wicket.
And now we find ourselves at the business side of the inning. 16 overs have gone. The run rate is 5.4. 87 for 5. And Titans need to do a lot. So we were talking about 130. What do we think, George? Is 130 on, or we think that it's going to be somewhere 120, which is only going to be 6 per over and not what Titans wanted in their first outing?
So I think they could make at least 25 for the last 4 overs.
They are going to get a little bit of pace.
Right, 25, at least 25 for the last 4 overs. That should give them at least, close to 120.
Carmi Relax comes back
115, 116. They should get close to 120.
Has been mighty impressed by his bowling. Has a good rhythm. was swinging it both ways in his opening spell, and now he has to do the finishing job. Oh, was that a bump or was it went straight? We have to see that one because I couldn't make out whether that ball went directly as a catch or it hit. Oh, it was a catch. It was
a catch.
Not expecting the bowler on his run up and was very casual to take that and just popped out of his hand. That is luck for Jay Nilampuri. Trying to go straight down the ground and does not get any connection, and that is a place where Kalicharan is looking. But as you see, what Karmi Relax is trying to do, he has 4 fielders over here behind the wicket, so he's trying to put the ball short of good length and straight. That's where he didn't want to put the ball. What a hit!
He hit it.
He had the long on, long off up.
Way over the scoreboard. That one was he was just waiting on that one. Just waiting on that ball.
Kalicharan, what a class act he is. A sole hero in this Titan team today. Pitched it up. He was ready for it. As soon as he launches it. And the ball travels like a rocket. A projectile. Goes for a huge mighty 6. Now comes the field adjustment. The long on has been pushed off behind, and now yes, it has been pushed. So still we have the long off, and we can see if he goes with the over there next time. This time cuts it. It's traveling over there. The fielder trying to stop the ball and takes an easy 2. Can they go for 3? No. Kalicharan says he has enough. He wants to take this time, which is a good thing for Kalicharan for now. He should, as we have said, he should take majority of the strike, and his team will find a decent score.
If he faces at least 20 of those balls, they will get at least 120. With 3 overs left after this,
he needs to play at least 15 of it. And that's exactly what he does. Takes a single. That's called awareness. Where was this awareness before, when they could have tapped the ball to the spinner the same way?
And you wonder about the management or the coaches. You know, were they communicating that information to the players about rotating the strike a little bit more, playing the ball to the open areas a little bit more?
Yeah, the think tank would be, you know, sometimes you need that kind of message when you are in the middle. You know, you are not seeing the overall picture, and it's up to the think tank to send a small message. Hey, just tap the ball, run. What are your options? But these players are very, very good, very, you know, seasoned, and they should also, you know all that. It might be extremely difficult. You know, you only know when you play in the middle as well. Yes. We might be thinking that it's easy, you know, from here on, but playing the spinners, many teams have faltered playing the spinners, so we cannot blame much to the Titans team. But here's the thing, Kalicharan is still here. He has scored 45 or 47, and we are in an interesting.
Michael is back, bowling again. Let's see, left arm from the northern end.
Oh, beats an outside edge. That's the length that we need to bowl. Just short of good length, because it has been difficult to hit that ball when you are bowling from there. But then you need a third man. If you're not going to put a third man and you're going to put that ball, all Kalicharan needs to do is open the face.
Yes, I just noticed that a while ago. Why didn't he at least try to just do that?
This time takes that edge and goes over here. What are the options? Jacobus needs to think. He could pull the mid wicket fielder and drop him to the third man. Because we have not seen somebody going across. If the bowler is going to bowl that line, he needs to bowl with a third man.
That was such elementary cricket that says if you put this ball anywhere outside the off stump, all you need to do is put your bat on it. Fact of the matter, don't even try to hit the ball very hard. Just put your bat on the ball outside the off stump, and you're going to get a boundary out of it.
Rightly said, John. And this time he pulls it, bowls a shot, and that is something he would have gone to on the offside because that ball had a width, but he pulled it from the offside. There are 3 fielders. Why not go for a slash? Cut it.
Exactly.
And 50 for Kalicharan. Let's celebrate this 50, George. What do you think? It was a good inning, a lone shining star in this Titans inning. What do you think about Kalicharan?
He should be commended for being the lone batter who stood up and try to play a really good, steady inning for his team.
Oh, this time he had the license to go there. The ball was short, but on the body. And that is, if he needs to bowl that line, George, he is doing exactly that. He's putting that ball on the body, not giving width. And then the batsman has to go on the leg side where he's protected. But that line cannot be outside off stump. Bowl on the stumps.
Yes, has to be on the stump. Put that ball on the stump. Yes, force the batsman to play what he is bowling.
Guessed himself at the no ball. This is the first no ball we have seen, and it's going to be a free hit. Kalicharan is going to be on strike. Christmas has come early for Kalicharan. That's a gift. Free hit. And now he cannot make any adjustment to the field as well. The field will stay because... No, the field can change because...
They did
cross.
Yes.
So let's see what is the thought process over here. The third man drops. The long off, long on comes in. So we are thinking that is going to be short. A short ball is coming. Gets ready for it, pulls it, and oh, he had that covered, but just skidding. Michael Finnan is just skidding the ball a little faster and just does not get good connection. Kalicharan.
And he bowled that one right into his body again also.
Yeah, that is good. Not giving him any width. If he needs to bowl anywhere, he needs to bowl on the body. But impressive Michael Finnan so far. Look at that. Just putting it there, and Kalicharan did the right thing. He wants to majority of the strike we talked about because he doesn't know when the strike will come back. And he refuses the single, keeps the strike. It's still 12 balls to go. And in those 12 balls, if they score 20, it will be 125. 10 and over is needed to get to 125. But Titans might be hoping to get a big over.
Yes,
An over like 20 runs.
Right. They need one big over. Of the last 2 overs, they need one big over.
They have 5 wickets in hand, but Kalicharan is the man who is settled.
They need one big over. One big over. They haven't had too many big overs at all in this entire inning at all.
And what a beautiful day we had of cricket. Morning breeze, very pleasant conditions. And great cricket to watch. Oh, bowls that bouncer, uses his shoulder, and terrific ball. Kalicharan was not expecting it. Look at that. Very nice, smooth action. and bowls that bouncer right up shoulder level away, and really impressed with Karmi Relax how he has bowled. This time gets a top edge.
Flew to the boundary.
Flew to the boundary. Let's say it's a 6.
Flew to the boundary.
Unlucky, I will say, to the bowler. He did a great bouncer again, you know. It was on the chest high, but luck favors the brave, and Kirsten Kalicharan, he just wanted to get a piece of it. Gets a top edge.
And he did. Awesome.
And he gets lucky. Look at that. Hits it right behind. What? If you want to hit it there is no fielder, George.
Yes, he will get maximum out of that.
And this might be a start of a big over. You get 6 in the first 2 balls. You know, you might be thinking that that's the over and put so much pressure, and all the adjustments now needs to be done by Jacobus, making the field adjustment. Go straight this time. Remember, if you call the long on, what the one ball that you don't need to do is bowl full, and after changing that field, bowls a little bit full, and all Kalicharan has to do is hit straight.
Hit straight, and you'll get the maximum amount benefit for a ball like that.
Kalicharan is right now at top of his game. He is playing with the field setting. This time it goes deep in the mid wicket, but there is a fielder who takes it so easy, like a baby. He took that catch just like a baby.
That's Johnson Charles.
Johnson Charles was running on the fence, and couple of steps accepts that catch gleefully, and Kalicharan's inning comes to an end. 61 in 54 balls. He would have thought to bat just a little bit longer, and if he would have bat that, he just couldn't get that great connection.
Yes, had he maybe hit it a little bit square.
Yeah. Or gone for that Dhoni shot, that you know, swivel helicopter Dhoni shot, that would have done, you know, took that ball to the square, more square. That is 115 for 6.
He did a really good. He did his job. Kalicharan really did his job.
Kalicharan did his job, but right now he just needed to finish it off. He was looking so good out there. Now Parnell comes in.
I will also say the other part of it that I did notice, there has been almost all shots that you saw today were just regular cricket shots. You know, there were no unusual shots,
innovation,
no innovative shots, no.
Yeah, you're right. We have not seen the one thing that we wanted to spin, which is also a normal shot, is going down the track and hitting him straight, the spinner, or driving him, but no footwork seen. And right now, the end of it. Oh, that's a big appeal. But let's see the umpire. He thinks there is a leg. So let's see.
Not interested.
Not interested. We'll have to see on the replay. Just going down the leg side.
Down leg side, yeah.
Good decision by the umpire. And now, final ball of Karmi Relax spell. A decent spell. He was bowling to the best batter and did a decent job finishing it up. Not going for that 20 does matter. A 10 is still good. 11, 12 still good. Gets an edge and dropped. In comes the throw, and again missed as well. Oh, that was a regulation catch for the keeper.
After he took that other one earlier, you'd have thought he would have easily made this one.
Look at that. Good ball, staying away from the arc. Gets in the gloves and pops out. And then he had another chance for a run out as well, which was missed. So lots of drama happening in the last ball over there. We have seen everything. We had seen 4. We had seen a 6 top edge. We have seen wicket. We have seen a drop catch. Drama happening in the last over. Second last over. And now we have Michael Finnan to come and finish it up. Who has a mixed bag today. 2 overs, 25 runs. But it has the spinner, who has dominated.
Yeah, spinners were really, really good today.
And the field, he has 4 on the leg side. This time, Civils down the leg side is going on the gap. The fielder is racing, does a great job. Keeps it down for a 2. What about going on the covers area? What about going straight? There is plenty of space over there. Some kind of innovation, just making a little bit of room. What are the options G. Nimalipuri has? And for now, the long off drops back, and this time he hits it high and mighty, but it's in the gap. Has the power to go over the fence and gets a 2. Nimalipuri seems to have a measure and now is taking Michael Finnan on, and he would require the lusty blue. Probably going down the ground, down the pitch would be an option that would give him more power. This time short, pulls it.
4. Wow.
Oh, that ball, the ball sometimes it's goes
stuck.
Yeah, it stuck because the way it traveled, it went up and just drops down. It was not, it didn't, and seems like a no ball again.
Yes, it is. Yes.
The umpire signaling it. So, wow, that was 3 runs. So,
right.
And a free hit coming. Exciting stuff for us.
And they've passed the 120 mark. They're at 124.
Short ball. Oh, and that has
He did the exact same ball again, right into his body.
He had that on the body and
scoop
something. Just put some bat because the fielder was in the inner circle.
Yes, scoop.
And now Parnell will be facing his first ball. He has 3 to do the damage. 130 seems a possibility over here now. The final few overs were a little better for the Titans, but the middle overs where they couldn't rotate the strike has kept them to reach a target of 140 to 150. Still 3 balls remaining. Gets himself a little bit of room, takes that single and gives the strike back. Probably a good thing for the team. If he cannot get a 4, definitely get a single and give the strike back.
And the wicket seems to be holding up pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think the fast ball bowlers, when they have pace, the ball is coming good. But the spinners, the ball was stopping a little bit, or they didn't play that good. But yeah, the pitch looks pretty good. Short ball, civils it, clears it, and let's see for the signal.
6.
That's what he was trying for the last 2 balls when he got that free hit and everything. And finally he matches, and now the score moves to 132 for 6. Look at that, beautifully. That's what we were asking. Civil, it moves, makes a little bit of room. And since Finnan was bowling that line on the body, exactly that innovation was needed, and does that and gets result.
First innovative shot of the game.
Absolutely, and able to execute that under pressure.
And look at what he got for it. He got a huge 6 out of it.
Now opens up all the wickets and let's see. Again goes there, sweeps it. And that ball is running. The fielder is not even chasing and it is gone for a 4. So, what a finish in the last 2 balls. A 6, a 4. And the score motored, almost getting to the 140 mark, 136. Now the Titans have something on the board. Look at that. He was showing all the wickets, but then makes that adjustments, moves. Oh, no, that got hit.
I think he got bowled.
Yeah.
I think he got bowled on that last ball.
Was very difficult to detect from here. Our apologies, but he got bowled from here. We couldn't see the black stumps. Is very difficult to see.
Yes. I only happened to notice it when the umpire went over and picked up the bails.
Yeah, couldn't see anything because we are not able to see the bails, and the pitch itself is black as well. So very difficult to see. But wanted to attempt that shot that was right. 132 is all they get. Well, it would be very interesting to see the run chase. Let's take a look at the scorecard. Kali Charan scored 61 of 55, and then good batting down by Stewart and Nimalipuri, who scored 20. Stewart scored 20 of 16, and Nimalipuri scoring 18. Get themselves to 102. Only time will tell whether that score is enough. What do you think about, George, the bowling figures? Whom were you most impressed with?
Well, we were most impressed with Patel. Nasarg Patel, 4 overs, 11 runs, 1 wicket for an econ rate of 2.5. He was really, really good. Mustafa was also really, really good. Also 4 over, 1 maiden, 2 for 14.
And remember, Rohan, Mustafa was the one who bowled in the power play as well. And he was good. So, the spinners did the job. These two were exceptional, and everybody chimed in. And now we have 132.
Patel also was bowling in the power play also.
Yep.
I think he bowled 1 over in the... No, he actually bowled, I think, 2 overs in the power play.
So...
They were really good.
US Open first game today, 2022, has a good start, and then we'll be soon back with the Samp Army reply to Titans 132. Thanks a lot. Viewers, welcome back to this run chase game between Samp Army and Titans. Titans scored 132 for 7, and now they have to defend 132. First ball just outside off, asking the batsman to drive. Not there yet, misses the outside edge. It's going to be interesting what's the approach of the Samp Army is. We have seen that scoring runs against the pace bowling was a little bit easier as compared to the spinners, and when the spinners come in, it becomes difficult. And we have Johnson Charles who's facing Parnell, and we all know how destructive batsman Johnson Charles can be. Oh, what a ball! What a ball! Parnell over the wicket, just pitching the ball up and trying to get that outside edge. No slip over there. That's something the captain will have to think. Terrific first ball. Second ball. The captain, Leverock, will have to now makes that change. Quickly gets a slip, and why not? Parnell just has to maintain that same shape, same line and length. Oh, gets a edge and he's gone. Whoa, what a start. Look at the Titans. They are overjoyed. What a big fish have they catch. The big wicket of Johnson Charles. Everybody knows how destructive he can be, and getting him early, Parnell does that job. Left arm swing bowler. Already he put a doubt in the second time, and now that was a full toss but had a little bit of swing. Johnson Charles trying to just deflect it towards the legs side and just get a top edge, and a big blow to the Samp Army. Johnson Charles has to make that long walk. On other day, he would have easily deposited that ball to the square leg, and Samp Army is rocked back. Now, Monang Patel comes in and joins this chase. Parnell tail is up. Charging in now. Gets that out. Almost gets that outside edge. What a ball. Parnell, what a length he has struck. Immaculate. Just what the Titans team needed as an opening spell. Monang Patel, he greets him. Good afternoon with that tremendous ball that he puts just outside off. Oh, that ball comes in, a big shout. But the umpire says not out, and let's take a look at the replay. Drama happening in this first over. Just bouncing a little bit and pitched leg, outside leg as well. As my fellow commentator George joins. And George,
That was some over, isn't it?
yeah, that's what they needed. The Titans to lift their spirit. That over from Parnell. Left arm bowler bowling over, bowled a brilliant over, maiden over with 1 wicket. Terrific start for the Titans team.
That ball is coming through as if that was an Australian pitch.
Yes, the last ball had a little bit of bounce, but The earlier ball was like a little bit of England, where the ball was swinging. So a mixed bag of both. Kudos to Parnell to produce that first over and just lifting the team spirit after 132 were posted by the Titans. And let's see what is the choice of bowler going to be for the Titans, and why am I not surprised that a spinner comes early on in the inning.
And he will be, Andreas Gauss will be facing him, the spinner. Let's see how he reacts to the pressure that was put on by Parnell in the first over.
This time short and wide. That was not the first ball that he would be hoping to put, and gives a Christmas gift to Andreas Gauss. Christmas has came early for him.
Yes, that was short and with a lot of width, and it was such a gift. He gleefully took it and hit it right into the covers for an easy boundary.
And remember, he does not have to bowl like a medium pacer, Akhilesh. Akhilesh has to put that ball a little bit of loop, a little bit of drift. This time again, ball short and gone. The second four. Well, they will have to make the fielding adjustment over there, because the ball that he's bowling is outside off, way outside off. Looks like a finger spinner. Akhilesh reminds me of a little bit of, look at the way he holds the finger, the ball, Sunil Narayan, and maybe a little bit of, seems like the bowling action looks like Washington Sundar. But 2 balls and he is being put under tremendous pressure by Andreas Gauss. Third ball. That's the way to do it. Take that singles when it's then offer. Rotates the strike and gets off strike, and now Monang Patel will face it. And the great work that Parnell has done in the first over has been negated by the first 3 balls. So these 3 balls by Akhilesh is extremely important for the Titans. Oh, great fielding up there. Still not finding that good length to bowl. Monang Patel was able to go on the back foot and hit it, but terrific fielding up there by the cover fielder. Needs to be a little bit tighter with his line and length. Cannot afford to let Samp Army break loose in this first. This time, bowls within the stumps and driven straight. No single over there. So he needs to finish this last 3 ball. Very important. The last ball very, very important over here for.
Need to finish strongly.
Very strongly. Gives a little bit of loop, and Monang Patel does not try to overhit it. Just goes with the flow, clears the shot long off and deposited for a 4. That was an over for Akhilesh to forget. 13 runs had been given in that over, and the advantage which they had of the first over has been negated. He is not getting any spin, and he's not getting the line and length. George.
So, the question then comes up. I wonder if the Titans, if they have another caliber pace bowler, as if they're like Parnell.
Yeah.
If they did, why then would they maybe not start off with 2 pace bowlers if he's of the same caliber?
So what George is asking right now, though, let's focus on Andreas Gauss, who is taking this game on. After hitting those 2 4s, this is deposited for a huge
6.
A huge 6. I mean, it was on the back foot. This was the first time that Purnell tried to ball in the middle of the wicket. Goes back, rocks it, civils it, gets it off a hip and deposits it his back. A huge, huge 6. And coming back to what George was talking, why didn't they try for another seamer? That's, it's a great question, because if they would have a swing bowler, why not give the second over to a swing bowler as well? But Titans decided that the spinner, they had seen so much of the spinner and seen Patel bowling good and all the other bowlers from the Samp Army spinners bowling good. They also wanted to go that plan, but sometimes you have to adjust your plan, George.
Yes.
We saw the ball swing a little bit. Why not get another swing ball? We will see. We will have to know whether there is a bowler of his caliber, and we don't know whether Akhilesh, might be their selected power play bowler as well. So they tried with it, didn't work. Let's see what they do in the second. But let's enjoy this. Oh, this time that was a straight drive, 2 straight.
And it does appear as if Parnell keeps the ball, up outside the off stump, they do have difficulty scoring on him. It's when he puts the ball into the body of the batsman that the batsman does, is able to score.
Great observation by George. With the ball new and there is a little bit of help, they need to put that ball up there and probably still go attacking, because you can only win the game by taking wickets. So having a slip when Purnell is bowling that line and length would be something that they could try to do that. But seems like, and let's see what. I think there was a little bit of communication between the umpire, both the umpires trying to explain things.
Yeah, we're not sure what the umpire is trying to communicate and to whom.
Yep.
He seems to be talking quite a bit.
So Purnell, after the first 6, has adjusted his length and his bowling much fuller. This time driven handsomely, beautifully, straight down the ground for a beautiful 6. That was too full and ideally and exactly where MAQ Patel wanted. Beautiful, goes on the front foot, drives it straight down the ground. As easy as it gets, and another 4 has been scored.
And Patel is playing. Both these batsmen are playing beautiful.
Yeah, MAQ Patel has scored 8. Andreas Gaz, 16 off 7. This time gets a full toss. But what a great fielding effort by the fielder on the point, backward points, stops that 4. That's what they need. Good fielding to raise, to help the bowlers, because they don't have a big target. And
yes, counteract poor bowling. And Parnell bowl, he had 4 good balls and 4 decent deliveries, and the batsmen were not able to do anything with it. But when he bowled balls that were not very good, the batsmen were able to pounce on those 2 deliveries that were not very good and deposit them way into the boundaries.
Yeah.
That maximum effort for what he needed to do when they were not very good balls.
yeah, whenever there was a short ball or a full ball, was rightly punished. And now there is a bowling change coming in. An off spinner has come to operate from the other side. Still not a second seamer. And we are seeing Siddharth Mathani, who is coming to bowl over here. Off spin, his 2 fielders that he has opted is the long on and deep mid wicket, trying to attack the stumps. And we'll have to see whether Andreas is as creative as he was. And now he cuts it. hard on the offside. The ball was short. Siddharth Mathani doesn't seem to find the length as well. This is very different from what we saw of the Titan spinner who were floating the ball a little bit up, but Siddharth Mathani and the other spinner, they were trying to bowl a little faster and not looping that ball or not getting that length.
Right, and keeping the ball on the stumps. If you're short and you're outside the off stump and you give the batsman width, they're going to take full advantage of those. And Andreas Gauss is doing that. There it is again.
Now
did the exact same thing again.
Now what is happening? Look at the keeper, how frustrated he is. He's saying, hey, we have put toe on the leg side and you are bowling right now outside off stump, giving him so much weight. And that was like batting practice for Andreas Gauss in the nets. Look at how he deposited the ball to the fence. It was just like he's batting in the nets.
Right, short, outside, and no covers. They had absolutely no covers, no protection. Therefore, it was as easy as you could get. See, that's what he needed to do. Bowl the ball on the stump. At least you're giving your fielders an opportunity to help, you maintain the game.
Some instructions coming from his teammates over here. Leverock, the captain, would be thinking of what field changes he needs to do because the runs are flowing right now for the Samp Army. And Samp Army, even though after they lost the first wicket at nothing, have made 33, a partnership of 33, and Andreas Gauss is looking strong. This time he punches it in the covers. Monak Patel this time punches it in the covers. There was a gap and finds it beautifully. This is batting at his best. Though the bowling is not, you still have, the ball is bad. You still have to find it and, you have to find the gaps. This was a better ball though, but it was just a little bit shorter. It had room. It didn't have that flight. It seems like a medium pacer is bowling instead of a spinner.
Right. If you give the batsman the opportunity outside the off stump, they're going to take full advantage of it. And that's what both these batsmen have done. They have been given good opportunities to score, and they have taken full advantages of those opportunities.
Both these, it is exactly reverse of what we saw of the Titans. The Titans were not ready to attack, but Samp Army was also bowling very good. Here, Monak Patel and Andreas Gauss, they have come with a positive frame of mind, but also benefited from the bowling from Titans, who are not, the Titan spinners are not able to find the length right. Siddharth Mathani finishes his over for 13, and now Leverock will have to think about what changes he needs to do to restrict this run and get this under control. They still have just below 100 runs in the kitty. But runs are flowing very fast. And Fury said by this rate, the game could get over in a jiffy.
It is. At the current rate, at 9.3 runs per over, and all they really just need 6 runs per over. So they are well in front at this point. The Titans need to do something to pull this back, or this game will be over by the 12th over.
And Naveen Stewart is the new bowler, medium pace, trying to slow down the pace of the ball. Let's see if that pays dividends. The whatever Titan strategy they had for the power play has been abrupted by the Samp Army. Maybe not great bowling from the Titans as well, and now they have to come up with a plan B. They would be hoping, the Titans would be hoping to get a couple of wickets pretty quickly, or this game is going to get over. They had done a great job by getting Johnson Charles on the first over, such a big wicket. They got that boost, but then the backup bowlers did not perform. And right now, Siddharth Mathani is just getting to his spell. This time flicks it and flicks it so easy. How pleasing it was to see. The ball was short.
Once again, they're giving Samp Army batters a lot of opportunities to score, and they're taking full advantages.
I am impressed by the timing and the placement of this, because normally if you need to place the ball good as well, and both these batsmen are doing a great job. Look at Andreas Goss. Where is he going? 12 balls, 32. Look at that. This time, put it in the cover. The fielder is trying to run after it but cannot catch it. This is batting at, or at least not batting, but placement at its best.
And they're being aggressive.
They are.
Gauss is being super aggressive. Give him an opportunity, he's taking full advantage of it. Full advantage. Hits that ball, placed perfectly in the covers with a lot of moxie, so to speak.
Exquisite placement. This time he opens the face of the bat and just glides it through the backward point region and finds another 4. The medium pacer that we have opted for is not working right now for the Titans.
And so after 4.4 overs, they are at 50.
After 4.4 over, that's the 50. Probably the fastest 50 we have seen. The partnership is exactly 50. Monang Patel and Andreas Gauss has come to the party. Beautiful drive over there, but straight to the fielder. Such is the run rate right now, 10.3. The partnership of 50, and now they just need 83 of 91 balls.
And Mesh, had it not been, if they had, and if Gauss had wanted to be, oh, that was Patel. Had Patel wanted to be really aggressive, that ball was pitched right up. He could have simply stroked it over just like that.
Patel,
just like that.
They are finding boundaries at this, and this is a superb 6 by Patel. What a beautiful, he's playing not only on the offside, on the leg side, everywhere. Looks like a 360 player. This time pitched up, beautifully hit, and the ball travels, sails over mid-wicket for another 6. Serious trouble for the Titans.
And the previous ball was simply a ball almost like that. He simply could have did the exact same over long off.
Yes.
But he chose to, oh, well, you know what, I'll just take it easy.
Yeah, he just wanted to enjoy that drive, you know, a little defensive drive.
Yes, he did.
He didn't want to be too hard on the bowlers as well.
Right. So he decided to take it easy.
That's how in command they are right now. Yes. Toying with the bowling of Titans, and after 5 overs, serious trouble. The captain himself has come. He has taken the ball in his hand and is thinking how to contain this march of Samp Army towards victory.
Yes.
He needs to put some kind of blockage, some kind of arms and ammunition in their path. And what does he have? This time drives it, and a good fielding effort keeps it down to 1. But there needs to, Titans has to come up with a lot of hurdles in the march of Titan Army.
And it is really an army. They are playing exactly like an army. An army on the march.
Look at that beautiful, beautiful drive over there. Almost a cut. He just hit it towards the covers and got a 4. What a terrific shot by Monang Patel. Looks like a class act.
Let's take a look at the players and look at their disposition. it's almost as if they have given up already, and it's only 5.3 overs.
Yeah, the energy level has dropped up this time. They place the ball. They are looking for the 2. That's what, first run was run a little bit harder. They were looking for, if there was a fumble or anything. So Samp Army keeps on marching. This is the last over of the power play. How beautifully they have. This time hits it straight, and again a straight drive off the back foot. But they are being allowed by a not great bowling by the Titans. Serious pressure has been put on the Titans, and the Samp Army looks stronger as they march closer and closer to the target of 132. The adjustment needs to be made mid-wicket. None of the shot has gone to the mid-wicket, so now the fielder has been brought in. Now he is thinking about bowling straight because the long off has been on. This time, as soon as the mid-wicket is up, Monang Patel takes the aerial route on mid-wicket, toying with the bowling.
That's
but
exactly
gets a 2.
what they're doing, toying with the bowling. They're making short work of this game, this score. This will be over in 12 overs.
This is a start that we have not seen in the few games that we have started, and Samp Army brought us this start, helped a little bit by the Titans bowler as well. And now the required rate is just 66 runs in 85. Well, still there is 66 runs, and anything can happen after the power play. What can the Titans do?
Yes, as professional players, though, they have to believe that all it takes is 1 or 2 wickets to get them back into the game, and if they play hard and remain focused.
This time gives himself a little bit of room, Andreas Goss, and tries to go over the cover, couldn't just get the placement right, still gets a single. Exactly right, George, you're right. They need to have a little bit of self-belief. They need to get a wicket. They need to see what kind of bowling options they have, what kind of field settings could be deployed to contain that. This Damian comes in, and he looks, left-arm bowlers have been successful on this pitch. And let's see whether he can put some kind of breaks in this scoring. But right now, all the Samp Army has to do is rotate the strike, take the singles and doubles. They have done the hard work in the first 6 overs itself.
Yes, they did a tremendous job, being aggressive in the power play, which is what you need to do when you play T20 cricket. Be very aggressive.
This time's it's straight, it's going as a trace of a bullet, and the fielder cannot get to it. What a terrific batting by Andreas Goss, telling us this is the way to bat in the power play, and then immediately after that as well, taking the spinner on.
Yes, and once again, if you were to look at the difference in the approach of the batters, look at their feet. Look at their feet when they approach the spinners. They just don't stand still. They will move.
Andreas Goss had made a little bit of room and tried to hit it. Last time he opened up, went a little bit back and hit it straight. This time, again, moving his feet towards the ball.
That's the huge difference between the two teams.
And also the intent, George. We were talking about intent against spinners, because once you attack the spinner on his good length, it becomes very difficult for him to come up with a plan B.
Yes.
You want him to bowl on a plan B and not on the plan A.
Precisely. You have to have whether it's the batter who has to change your plan or the bowler who has to change your plan, but someone has to change your plan in order in order to get a different outcome.
In the Titans inning, we didn't see an initiative, a sign of aggression against the spinner. And this time, short ball. We have seen a lot of short balls, over pitch ball, only after the first over, which was where Johnson Charles got out. After that, we have not seen that kind of pressure maintained on the Samp Army. This time takes the aerial route. I think Seshu is there. He is from Bentonville, Arkansas. Picks the ball, throws it up, and keeps it down for a single. This time cuts it, and cuts it hard. There is a chase on, but cannot catch it. Goes like a trace of bullet. What? Andreas Gauss, I want to go and check his bat. Right. What kind of bat does he have? Does he has a spring of metal? Because anytime the ball hits his bat, it just travels like a trace of a bullet.
Yeah, if it's short outside the off stump, they just go all out. Just hits it as hard as they can outside into the cover region, and they're going to get maximum for it.
This time puts it on the leg side, just an easy glance, takes a single and strike rotation. They are playing the ball. They are being aggressive. The difference between the Samp Army and Titans, the Samp Army spinners were able to put the brakes on. Wide. Leverock having a little bit of discussion with the umpire. Look at him. He was standing way up there. I tried to go on his leg and he moved. But anything down the leg side is wide. It's still wide by by international standard. Leverock still livid about the situation. This time goes straight. It's going to come to our hands or what? Oh, just misses our cameraman out there. They need to be really, really careful. Almost took the camera down. Monang Patel.
The bowler needs to remain focused. It's as if he got distracted by the umpire.
Oh, look at that, how beautifully still able to get the single. Monang Patel. This chase is going to finish in a jiffy, it seems. These two batsmen are marching. 45 runs needed just of 72 balls.
Yeah. After 8 overs, the Samp Army 88 for 1.
What an entertaining game we had so far from Samp Army, providing all the aggression, the energy, the exuberance, the beautiful, exquisite shots that they have played today. It was a delight to watch.
And there have been some exquisite shots in the covers, over long on, long off.
I mean, they are right on top of the ball. Whenever the ball is shot, they are ready. And they are able to find the placement. And whenever the ball is pitched, they have driven or hit straight. Whenever it's shot, they have cut it and cut it majestically. The Samp Army was ready for this challenge from the Titans. Good fielding on his own bowling by Damien. He is doing a decent job. He has bowled 1.2 overs and a 7, so he is trying to bring his team up there. But the problem is they have leaked a lot of runs, and Damien does not have the liberty of runs right now. Now the question on Titans is, do they save every run and try to prolong, because winning might look difficult from this point. And this time drives it, and there is a chase on, stops that ball, and they run for They get a 2. Terrific, terrific batting by Monang Patel and Andres Goss. 42 needed of 68. A wicket or 2 is needed to break this partnership somehow. But George, who is going to be that bowler that is going to deliver for the Titans? Do they get back their opening bowler who just got the lone wicket, or which spinner do they bring to break this spell, to break this march from the Samp Army?
I will tell you that Damien seems really focused about trying to break this partnership. He's bowling focused. He really looks intent on trying to get a wicket. You're hoping the rest of the team is following his lead and remaining positive and intent on trying to win.
Yeah, absolutely right. And now they need. We have seen in the previous games that wicket has fallen. If one wicket falls, then it is followed by another. So still nothing is lost. But with only 40 runs, they need to strike and strike pretty quickly, and they have to go also be able to bowl their prime bowlers, because there is another game later on, and they need the prime bowlers in form as well. So even though they had conceded runs in that first spell, they need a chance in the second spell, and that's what right now we see one of the bowler coming up and getting that second chance when he went for a lot in the first spell. So let's see if he can make an impact now. And the field will help him, because now he can have fielders outside.
Yes.
So all he needs to do is now get back to that rhythm, get back, start fresh, and see if he can make an impact on it. That's exactly how he should have started when he bowled in the power play, but couldn't put that first 2 balls, and that is so important. Starting good is very important in the power play, because these are international players. They will take you, and this time there is a stumping. No, says the Empire, but Akhilesh has been able to put those 2-3 balls now good, in good length, and that was exactly needed later on.
Unfortunately, it's as if by starting out poorly, he just went in the other direction. Couldn't get it going.
But still, a comeback is a comeback. That's what his cricket is all about. It gives you a second chance. It gives you an Akhilesh. After going only for 13, the first 4 balls, he is showing that he is a good bowler. The same batsmen who are set, he was able to stop them right now. And look at him, bowling beautifully again within the wickets, which he didn't do the first time, or didn't have the right field, something or the other. But now he is back to his rhythm. This time puts it sprays on the leg side, but he has protection, so finish it strong. And
he did.
And
that gave 1 run in that over, and that's all they have to do. Believe that they could break this partnership. By breaking the partnership, as we clearly discussed, getting 1 wicket, then if you get 1, you could get 2.
Absolutely, that's a start. Let's start from here. Last over was good. That was 1 good over. Now Akhilesh put another over, and now Damien, who is doing good, if they put like series of 2 good overs, then the Samp Army team starts thinking, hey, to do something different, and that's what they need.
Right.
But it needs right now dot ball pressure. 2 good overs. Let's see if Damien can follow it up with another good over. Andrej Gauss is batting at 45 of 31. This time gives him a little bit width but has protection. Slowing that ball down, they need to think about what are their options. Have they been bowling full or they have been bowling short? Are they bowling, are they slowing the ball down? What have they not tried? And what I'm thinking is they need to just put a little slower in the air, ask the batsman to go on the long on long off area and see if they can create a wicket. They need to buy a wicket somehow.
And the good part about it is what they have started doing is putting pressure on the batsmen by not giving them a lot of runs, and by not giving them a lot of runs, then that has created one part of the pressure. And by creating one part of the pressure, then they may get the other part of the pressure. So first of all, it's runs pressure, then maybe that might create wicket pressure.
Absolutely. This time hits straight down the ground. One bounce it seems and a 4, and Monang Patel reaches his 50. What a great batting by Patel. Look at that beautiful shot. He was ready, takes it from the wicket, hits it straight down the ground. Bowls Damon, that's what now he has put the pressure back on the bowler. It's about transfer of pressure. 2 overs were decent, and then suddenly one hit from Monang Patel again. This time goes over the covers and just cannot get that great of a placement. Still good to get him a 2.
So they're streaking towards this total of 132. It's 11 overs, 104 for 1. Patel is on 55 from 30, and Gauss is on 47 from 33.
And now Vinod, the expert commentator, is going to join, take you through the further proceedings. You'll finish it up right now, right?
Yeah.
Because there's not much remaining.
I'll finish it.
Yeah, okay.
So it's 104 for 1. Thanks a lot there to Amrish. Very sedate guy, Amrish. And this is played away down to deep cover, as I say. Good afternoon to George. Good old Georgie, how are you?
Oh, pretty good. I mean, it's good to have you back. We missed you there for a little while.
Well, I think I had to go and ensure that you got your serving of Dunkin' Donuts, which you will be enjoying as soon as he comes off air. So it's going to be Patel to face. He's off the back foot, looking to punch. Can't beat Levrock. And the score remains 105 for 1. Now, this partnership, exactly 105. Back in away again. And this time, he's going to get one. Joachim is in attendance. In fact, it's Nevin Stewart. And in fact, it was Joachim was right all the way around. Nevin Stewart is at long on. So one more, just going through the motions as I was listening on to you and Amrish. And you guys were saying they need to buy a wicket. They need to manufacture a wicket. Gauss is back, cutting. Gauss is in the pink of form. Only 2 days ago, he scored 68 against Team Abu Dhabi in the Abu Dhabi T10. That took Samp Army to 3rd position in the tournament. Down the track, and he has dealt with him. Monang Patel yorking himself there, George.
Oh, yes, and he was doing so well. With the score at 107 after just, 11 overs, you would have thought Patel would have, been just, an easy canter to the end. And I guess he just lost focus there for a little bit.
Yeah, 26 runs required. I think he was just looking to finish it quickly. But he played a good hand. Monank Patel goes for 56 off 33. Andre Gross is still there. And Amir Django from Trinidad and Tobago. He comes in now to bat. Django would have played with the winning Jamaica Talawas in the CPL. And just recently played for the Samp Army in the Dream 11 as well. So he's out there. He's also in some sort of form. And he'll be joining Gauss. Samp Army are still 26 runs shy of victory, 49 balls to get it. And although that wicket has fallen, you will still fancy Samp Army to go all the way.
Absolutely. You know, they've been batting pretty, I mean, confident. You know, this 132, you know, that they started out, you know, I mean, just aggressive. You know, not taking anything for granted, but
Django looking for the quick single. Gauss is not interested. But Django doing the right thing. He's just going in. No pressure really the required rate is just 3.3. So you don't want to throw your hands away.
no, you need to, you know, you want to see it through to the end. You know, they have, you know, no pressure whatsoever. You know, they did the hard work up front when they were given a lot of leeway. You know, it's as if the fielding was the field wasn't set properly to pairs, and they took full advantage of it.
So it's going to be Damien Joachim, another man from Trinidad and Tobago, driving squares Gauss. Brings the sweeper into position. So Gauss has reached his 50. 50 of 36 deliveries. Acknowledges his teammates in the dugout. So he continues to be in good form. Andres Gauss also got runs in the Atlanta Open. So he has been in and amongst the runs. So let's see how Django shapes up now. He's facing Joachim. You'll know a lot about Joachim. Both of them would have recently played in the Dream 11 in Trinidad and Tobago.
And who won the tournament?
Well, that tournament was won by Scarlet Ibis.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Scarlet Ibis running away with that title in Trinidad. So it's going to be the left-arm orthodox spinner in Damien Joachim, man from South Trinidad. And this is slugged away. Joachim could be in the business here. Yes. Gauss goes after scoring a half century. And Damien Joachim, who hasn't bowled badly at all, finally gets a reward as Andre Gauss has to leave for 36.
Well, it's quite surprising that with only 24 runs that Gauss, who has been batting brilliantly throughout the inning, probably made his first rash shot of the inning. He's been brilliant so far, and you'd have thought he wanted to see it through to the end. Was a little bit surprised by the shot when he could have, made short work of what he had to do by playing, without. He could have played error free for the rest of the inning.
There's another school of thought, and that is these guys may be looking to see how quickly they can rush the victory, because in a tournament where you just have the 3 preliminary round games, you want to win, but you also want to win convincingly in the event that net run rate has to separate you and another team from qualifying for the next stage.
Yeah, you are so correct on that. We've seen that in many tournaments.
So Abraham Jacob Ospina is the new man in. He's the captain of the Samp Army. backing away down to point. Leverock is there.
And as we were previously discussing, that says, I mean, with Samp Army batting as good as they were, it was more of a canter they were going. All that was needed was for 1 or 2 wicket, and as you could clearly see, the Titans did get their wish.
Yeah, well, they've taken 2 quick wickets, 23 of 42. I think this game is still well in the hands of Samp Army. The skipper is there. He will just want to stay there to the end and guide them. And Chango is now going in.
Okay, so
it's going to be Mr. 500, the bowl. And the wicketkeeper, Adrian Ali, has 600 on his shirt. These guys, they love big numbers.
do you have any clue as to what those numbers mean, or?
Well, I know Adrian Ali pretty good. He has never scored an innings of 600, and he's not a bowler. I don't know if he has taken 600 dismissals. Driving nicely through the offside. That's 4. Lovely shot there by Jacob Ospina.
They've been giving them that shot all day. That cover short outside the off stump. And the Samp Army batter have been taking full advantage of that short shot outside the off stump, where the batter just makes sure he drives it through the covers, get maximum.
Pina playing an elegant shot through the offside. An elegant batsman, tall, gets back and forces one. It's coming forward and transferring the weight nicely onto the front foot and driving through the line. Very pleasant to look at. Django is now on strike.
And he plays it delicately through the covers for an easy single. It's easy to rotate. Easily rotation of the strikes will give you easy victory.
Absolutely no pressure on. Looking for the reverse sweep because there's no third man in place. Gets a leg by. In fact, it's a bye. He missed, and Ali also missed. So I think they're just going through the motions. This is game number 1 on day 2, the 4th match of this US Open 2022. And the guys are just going through the motions here. So that's the end of the over. Good over there from Budagam in the end. His 4 overs going for 24. And Damian Joachim, his 4 went for 25. That's the current situation here. It's just 16 required of 6 overs.
So the current rate is at 8.4, and the required run rate just to win this game is a mere 2.7.
In comes Mr. 300.
Another larger number.
Big numbers.
Yes.
These teams, well, at least they will be hoping to move away with big numbers at the end of the tournament in terms of that first prize of $100,000. Just to remind you that the total prize money for this year's US Open ranges around $150,000.
And we were talking a little bit but earlier that says this is such an awesome tournament. It is I mean, I'm not so sure if people have ever given MAQ the kudos for what he has done for short-term cricket, meaning like T20 cricket, T10 cricket in America.
Yeah, CCUSA and Makarishi has done a lot. You have to give him that.
I don't know if the word is a lot. We need a larger adjective for that. It's more than a lot.
Driving through the offside. This is going to put the fielder under pressure on the cover boundary. And easily they're back for 2.
When you think about how much cricket is played in America and the level, he has elevated the level of cricket in America, even though there's a lot of cricket that's played. And I'm not so sure he's ever been given the proper kudos for what he has done.
What he's doing here is hosting the best tournament in North America. Pulled away for 4. Bad delivery. Yeah. And the Pina just had to pick his spot. So victory being accelerated here at the moment. Just 10 to get.
Yeah, just 10 more. That was a easy shot for the captain. I mean, bad ball, put his bat on it, and he's going to get maximum benefit for that shot.
So this tournament, over 150 players will be involved. We've had over 800 enter in the draft.
And look at the quality of the players.
Yeah, a lot of international players. If I can just use one region as an example, 34 players from the Caribbean.
Yep, quality of the players. And each year, the quality, more and more players wanting to play.
Yeah, definitely. It's done a lot for the development of cricket in this part of the world, and it continues to do. I mean, the local players getting the chance to rub shoulders with international stars. That alone should tell you something. Shalom has not been one of the best today. His 3.3 going for 37 runs so far. And it's just a matter of 9 runs required for victory.
Considering his first over was a maiden.
Yep. That's a good delivery. Much better delivery. Django just doing the right thing, rotating the strike, trying to get a feel of the track out there, feel of the square. Django would have played at the US Open in previous incarnations, so he will have an idea. But you know, this is 2022 and you want to see what the pitch is offering this year.
Yes, it is. Yeah, each year has its own, brings its own different, obstacles or its unique talents.
Well, this is a misfield down to backward point. Allows Pina the single. So they're just meandering to victory here at the moment.
Yeah, 31 balls, 7 runs.
Django, who's normally a very aggressive player, is playing the situation here. Looking for 2, and they're going to go back. This is good cricket by both Jacobus and Django. They saw the opportunity. Jacobus turned with the bat in the right hand, and they were able to go back for 2. So they're not 15, just 5 runs required. You think you'll get it in this over, George?
Let's think of who's going to bowl it. Who will bowl this over? But I am confident that probably this is the last over. I had originally, I mean, speculated that it might have been over in about 12 overs at the rate, the Samp Army was going, because they were just, they really were in a hurry to finish this game.
Yep. Shalom Parnell finishes his spell of 4 overs. It went for 41 runs and he took 1 wicket.
That first over that he bowled was an amazing over that he bowled. He had the ball in the right spot. He had the right speed.
So it's going to be Nimalapuri. Clipped away down behind square, and the Pina is already on his way back for 2.
Yeah. So we're pretty sure this will be the last over.
Well, Pina looking to end it in a blaze of glory, advancing down the track. I want to say welcome to all our viewers all around the world taking in this broadcast. Oh, that's clipped away. It's running away down close to the boundary. They should be going back for 2.
Yeah. Scores are now level.
Well, you were right, George. They will get it in this over.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the victory for Samp Army. They start their campaign here at the 2022 US Open with a victory, and an impressive one at that, 133 for the loss of 3. And that gives them victory, and that will put them in good stead. It means that they will have to at least win one of their last 2 wrong robin matches to get into the knockout phase of the tournament. So that's the situation at the moment. We are going to take a short break. Stay tuned. And game number 2 is coming up as soon as George has his fare.
Okay, that was a really good shot at it. And once again, we hope everybody had a good shot at listening. And we have 3 games today, so lots of cricket.
Tested 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Yeah.
Should we get a meeting?
Right. Okay. Good. You good there? Just now. Wait. Hold on. All right. Taman, you ready? You ready?
Welcome to the match presentation ceremony. This is end of match number 4. A wonderful victory by Samp Army, winning by 7 wickets against Titans. And the man responsible for taking them to that victory is standing right next to me. And that's Monang Patel, the USA captain. This scored a wonderful half century. It was a pity that he didn't stay to the end because he was really looking good. I have joining me at the presentation ceremony the president of this council, Sophia Kama, who will make the presentation. Look pretty good out there. Good signs. Samp Army team in the ranks of all the way this year. Yeah, the team is really good. For joining us, one of the most talented players you have here in the United States. And he's here.
Tell me.
Okay, bro.
All right. Boria, please.